What up YouTube? Welcome to Not Quite Mint, and today we're going to go through our review of comics, the top 5 that we like from this week's comics that came out on the 26th of February 2020. Also stick around till the end because we're going to show you our top pick, our cover pick, and we're going to give you an opportunity to win some free comics. Awesome. So, should we get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into it.
This is the future. Evolution.
What's happening, guys? Welcome back. And yeah, today we're going to be reviewing our top 5 comics that we've read, and also choosing our cover of the week as well as our pick of the week. So make sure you stay to the end for that. And as Tom said, this is actually going to be your last chance to enter our first ever comic book giveaway.
The last chance!
So again, stick around with us and we'll obviously just go through the details for that. It's your last chance, so if you don't take part, we will ship worldwide, so obviously, but if you don't take part in this one, that's it for this month. Yeah guys, so I don't really know.
Yeah, firstly, it's important if you want to watch more of what we do,
yeah,
hit the subscribe button, hit the dingly bell so you don't miss any of our content, and leave us a thumbs up.
Thumbs up, yeah. That's it. I went completely off at a tangent then.
It was sorry, it's fine though,
so
mate.
It's like enthusiastic about giving away free comics.
What was our question of the day?
Today's well, because there's been quite a lot of stuff going on in sort of like the world of comics, and you know, we're talking about cameos and first appearances and all that kind of stuff. What we want to ask you this week, our question of this week's reviews is, what do you guys take as the definition of a cameo appearance or a first appearance? We'd really like to know. We're not going to talk about it now ourselves, but we'd like to know what you guys would sort of consider, because we've got obviously some one of the comics that we're going to review where we'll probably talk a little bit about what we think. But right then, shall we get started? Number 5.
Shall we start at number 5? Now the question is, oh yeah, we're going to do that as joint, aren't we?
Yeah.
So number 5.
Yeah. It's
Year
kind
of the
of
Villain.
actually a good segue for what we've just said for the question. So number 5 is Hell Arisen, number 3. Big comic. I was really lucky to get hold of this from my LCS. Basically, I put it on the pull list a couple of weeks ago, hoping that I'd get it, but really not having any anticipation. All about this fuss that's coming about around Punchline.
Yes.
Now,
Don't make a joke.
Honest confession, neither me or you have read parts 1 or 2 of this, so this was literally just a spec purchase to see what all the fuss was about.
But I do know a little bit about the Batman Who Laughs. So I did get some of that.
Yeah. So obviously, went into it with quite open eyes. I'll be honest. I think that I thought the artwork was good in it. And I thought that the story was okay, but again, it's a part 3 of a 4-part issue. So
I think if you haven't read 1 and 2, it's going to be a bit lost.
Yeah, it was a little bit lost, and I haven't heard a great deal of positive vibes anyway about this.
No,
and,
everyone's been a bit meh by it.
Yeah, we're talking about Punchline now. I think in total, whilst I don't think she actually says anything, does she?
Have a look.
So
I think she does.
I will.
She does say something.
Yeah, I think in one very, very small panel, but I'll put up the pictures up here or above Tom or something like that, where for the things that she actually does do. But I don't actually think she actually speaks a word in this.
No, you're right. She doesn't, and then she's only in 5 panels.
She's referred to by the Joker, and as I say, she's literally just in there. So, like, I know that we're talking about this like Punchline as if this is, but theoretically, this is the only reason why there's hype around this book. And
She's got a cool character design though.
yeah, I've got to be honest. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it earlier, weren't we? The issue 92.
The art gem.
There's an art gem variant, cardstock variant, and that's going to be hot. That's going to be really hot. So, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It was
out of 10,
very average, wasn't it?
What are you going to give it?
I don't know. Probably. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't amazing. It's middle of the road. A flat 5 for me.
Yeah, I would probably give it a flat 5. But that I think I'd probably give it more if I knew what was going on.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, that's what I say. I think it was quite a varied story within there. Yeah.
Should we do your 4th? Probably my 2nd or 3rd.
Well, the only reason why this is where it is because you loved it. I hated it.
Yeah.
And that for me was a worse comic than the Hell Arisen.
I like this one though.
It.
So we're looking at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Jennika issue 1. Now Jennika did actually. This isn't actually her first appearance. Her first appearance was a while ago in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That as a turtle, but she's been a human in the actual series for quite a while.
Oh, okay.
I like this one because it goes. It touches on more the fact that she was quite a broken street kid that got taken into the foot. Mm-hmm. It touches on her background a little bit. It's a lovely comic, I would probably say, which is probably why.
Lovely, yeah. No,
I like the art style
in
it as well. I like it. It's really over exaggerated.
I hated the art style.
Did you
really
actually?
hated everything about the book.
I liked it.
Yeah, I think it's really awkward actually because I knew that Tom would.
Well, to be fair, I love Ninja Turtles, so I'm massively biased.
Yeah.
Just a tad biased.
Yeah.
I mean, there are flaws in it because there's no need for it to be as tragic. Like she doesn't need to be as
a victim.
I don't think she needs to
be where somebody gets made out to be a victim, and I think for me there was a big disconnect because obviously I know they're not connected, but we have really been enjoying the Power Rangers Turtles crossover.
Yeah.
So I really had that anticipation going into it, and I've been enjoying the Power Rangers ongoing series, which I'm reading for myself. And then I saw all of the hype for this, and she's got these kick-ass claws and all of that on the covers.
Numb her down a little bit. She's in the actual TMNT, not so much when she became a turtle because she's struggling with being a turtle.
Yeah.
Before that, she was so badass, absolutely assassin killing machine.
Yeah.
So they did. I mean, they have lovelied her up a little bit, I suppose, in this.
Yeah, I didn't even find her a likable character. I just hated it.
That's a shame because that's actually a real shame because obviously I liked it because I already know what she's like in the TMNT. Yeah. If you haven't picked up that from this book, then they've failed a little bit. Really,
yeah, massively. I don't know. I felt that her likability factor just went completely down because she came across very much that she was a woe is me kind of victim, and I don't deal well with that again because
oh, woe is me,
toughen the fuck up, and crack on with it. So I just didn't like it at all.
Yeah,
I didn't
fair
like
enough.
the artwork, didn't like the story,
didn't
like the main character. Fucking everything, hated it. Thanks.
Burn that one then.
Yeah.
I'll take that one then.
I might keep hold of it because it might be worth something someday.
We'll do, mate.
We'll get it graded.
Yeah. Right. So let's move on. We're on to the 4th. No, third. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Issue 3.
So I'm a big Star Wars fan.
I would have put this one down further. But not as far as...
No, I totally get that.
But that's mainly because it just was a bit meh.
Yeah, it was a
not
lot...
Not to say it was a bad comic. Yeah, it was a good comic. It's just...
It's building on the whole Lando
sort
of redemption story, really, isn't it? That he screwed everybody over, massively in obviously... Empire Strikes Back. This is set after Empire Strikes Back, and he's trying to go through this redemptive journey. And then you've got Luke in this kind of angsty kind of
teenager.
yeah, he's very like strange.
I just don't like him in this.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
He's just a
bit of
a turd.
Yeah, he's like a melt, isn't he? Luke is
I've
a
got to
total
find my
melt.
lightsaber.
Yeah, and it's
I've
like
got to find
yeah.
my
Well,
lightsaber.
he didn't give a shit about his lightsaber. Like he literally, Luke did not give a shit about his lightsaber until I think it was Lando suggested to him, "You know what, Luke? If you want that lightsaber back, I'll tell you where you can find it." And then all of a sudden he was like, "I need my lightsaber." And then it was quite cool. The end of
Leia's the best thing about this.
Yeah, Leia's cool.
Yeah.
Leia is the best, and Chewie is awesome.
Oh yeah, the dynamic between Chewie and Lando has been incredible in these few
and
books.
I just was like, it's just a bit of a filler. To be fair, how it ended was quite unexpected.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ruin that for people. But
it's very good.
I didn't know that happened to that character when this ended. There's a very good
that's
sort of
cool.
cliffhanger.
But do you know what? That the bit that they do with that, where what happens to that character happens to that character, actually explains a hell of a lot for the start of Return of the Jedi.
Exactly,
and bits in it.
That like she understands.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
Dropped it
that
there,
character understands.
That character.
Yeah. Like understands like what situation that person's been in. So yeah. But that for me that was. I definitely the main saving grace was how it ended, but it's a solid 6 for me.
Yeah, I would agree. What did you give Jennika? 0. I'd give it 5, maybe 5.5.
I really do find I'm struggling for redemptive qualities on that comic book.
Fair enough. What are you gonna do? 2?
I don't know. I'm struggling to score it. 0.5.
Don't score it then.
0.1.
0.1. Jesus.
No, I really didn't like it.
That's funny because this next one, which is gone to 2, I didn't like.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't dislike it. I just didn't get into it. So we're talking Hidden Society by Dark Horse Comics.
Yeah.
And the story was there, like the idea was there. I just think there's a little bit too much credit for you knowing what the fuck was going on. Excuse my language.
Yeah. Now you see, and I came from it from the point of view that, like, because I don't believe there's any background with this at all before. It's the first time there is. So for me, I read it, and I genuinely felt that they did in a really. Bearing in mind, I think this is only a 4-part series.
It is, yeah.
So I didn't know that when I read this, but it makes more sense now. But they really did build the characters straight into the deep end really quickly.
Yeah.
And I think I like again when they introduced this character, I don't know what her name is, this badass lady.
Yeah, she was cool.
She was really cool.
I liked her.
She did something.
I don't get
the
others
first,
though.
5 pages? Who was like real badass. I like this guy. What is his name? I forget what his name is.
I don't know, but he's a bit of a.
I like. Well, he made me think that he reminded me of Rocket Raccoon.
Oh,
so
God, really?
I actually thought he was quite funny.
Yeah, do you know? I could go with that. But he was.
He had
bit
that
like
slightly I
don't get the
dry,
magic boy.
Whatever.
But this for me it was good.
Yeah.
But when I'm not interested after 3 or 4 pages, I skip.
Yeah. See, now for me, the first
her story arc
was right at the start.
Her bit at the start.
But when it moved on,
badass bounty hunter here.
Yeah.
Her bit was great. The rest, I was a bit.
Yeah, but
that's why I agree with putting it here.
Yeah.
I think there's something in it.
Yeah, it's like I say, I picked that up because I was intrigued by the premise when we spoke about it as in the keys, and then but I had no expectations of it. Whereas, as I say, like Jennika was completely the opposite. I had a lot of expectations, and it was absolute trash. So.
Absolute trash.
Yeah. So there you go.
So there we go. So one we do agree on.
So again, but I would score that very similar to the previous one. I'd say still like a sort of maybe a 6.5.
Yeah.
But not more than that. Yeah.
So we've gone for XMen Fantastic Four issue 2. Better than the first issue in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still really not sure why they're having this ridiculous argument over Franklin.
Absolutely no sense.
Yeah, Franklin.
Yeah.
I don't understand why
he's an adult.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake, he is an adult.
And also, I just find Sue Storm is a little bit of an overbearer.
Oh, she's a psycho in this. She's a proper bunny boiler in this one. Yeah.
But I do like the Kitty Pryde part of it.
Cool.
Doctor Doom, sick. I mean, he's awesome.
Yeah.
man.
Well, as soon as I saw Doctor Doom, and is it Valeria who's the daughter?
Their dynamic is wicked.
And I'm like thinking, you know, she calls him Uncle Doom and all this kind of stuff.
If he can help Franklin
going on?
Richards, you know, gain his powers back.
Yeah,
that
what
would
a
be
legend!
Sick, yeah,
what an absolute
But I've
legend.
got this ridiculous theory, and I honestly believe that the Mr. Fantastic is exactly the same as Mr. Fantastic from the Ultimate Universe, where he's keeping Ben Grimm as the Thing, and he's making Franklin Richards lose his powers because he's worried that you know they'll lose their independence on him.
Well, it's going to be I would love that to be the turnaround, because there's that whole thing where in the first issue it was you had that like dynamic where Reed Richards was like, I'm doing everything I can for you, son. I'm really trying to help you here. Yeah, and then in this one where you think like, well, like, because obviously Kitty Pryde was losing her powers, and did Doom at some point in history helped her as well. And
he knows more about her powers than she does.
Yeah, so he's like now being like, you know, and he's using that dynamic to sort of say to Kitty Pryde, right, you do this, I'll help Franklin. The payoff is I'll let you go, but you've got to let me help Franklin. And it's such a good. It's really interesting. And
I've always found, like, throughout the years, I've always found Doctor Doom, although he's an absolute crazy mother and he's totally bonkers, he's a very likable bad guy.
Yeah.
And also, in some ways, he's kind of right in some of the things that he wants to do. Like, he wants to sort stuff out, but, you know, it all comes at a cost, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, he's like a Thanos, isn't he? He's got, like, an idealised state of how...
Oh, my God. Thanos, man. I mean, at the end of Endgame, I was like, yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. No, but that's what I say. There's some kind of, like, logic there. That says that, like, he's actually... Whilst he's a nutcase, it's like...
Whilst he's a nutcase?
Well, he's not actually a nutcase. He's got some kind of twisted thing, and that's the weird thing in the world that we live in. Controversial view is that there's a lot of people in history who are held up as villains because they do horrible, abhorrent things, but in their own minds, they were doing the right thing, and that's what's cool about Doctor Doom, because he's one of those people.
Yeah,
like
he thinks
Thanos
he's totally doing the right thing,
and all the rest. He thinks, you know, this is my view. I'm going to do it.
You know,
and
mutant genocide is absolutely fine.
Yeah, but that's it, isn't it? You know, it's just like, you know, it's. Then that's what makes them interesting characters, and that's why that is an interesting book.
So, we'll get to it then. XMen Fantastic 4, issue 2 is our pick of the week. Mm-hmm. I really like that one.
Yeah, I'd say 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
It's up there, yeah.
And then we'll go with our cover of the week, which is Action Comics 1020.
Yeah,
we didn't actually review this one, but it's a beautiful cover.
Yeah, it didn't really come on our radar, and I don't think there's any like key aspects to it. And it's probably one of the first Action Comics that I've bought in years. So,
really?
Yeah. I've literally it was just purely a cover purchase, because I am a big Superman fan, but I don't buy Superman comics because I am so far and out of touch with it that I need to go back. In
go
time,
way back,
and bring myself back up to date. So, yeah, it's giving me inspiration. Anyway, guys. End of the reviews. What should we talk about next?
No, we're just going to say, if you still want to enter our giveaway, we're giving away Iron Man 2020 issue 1.
Yeah.
We're giving away The End Venom issue 1, which is one shot, so that doesn't matter.
One shot, yeah.
Thor issue 1, written by Donny Cates. Now, don't sneeze or get upset.
No, I'm good.
So these are our giveaways. If you want to be part of the giveaway, this is your last chance to be a part of the giveaway. Remember, answer the question that we asked at the start of the video, which was...
I can't remember. Which was, what is your definition of a first appearance and a cameo? What is it that defines that for you?
Yeah. So answer that question, put MQM giveaway, and we will throw you into the giveaway, and we should be drawing our winner in our next comic blend.
You obviously need to be subscried to the channel.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And if you want to follow us on any of the social media things that are down in this corner, by all means do that. It's just easier. But yeah, we will be drawing the winner in the next few days from when this video comes out. Potentially, like definitely within a couple of days. but also you'll want to watch that video, which is Comic Blend video, which is where it's our monthly review show, because in that one we're going to be setting up even better giveaway for February, which is going to be our NQM crate. But yeah, we won't spoil too much for you now. But
tune into Comic Blend. It's going to be a good one this week.
Yeah, good one.
No, this month. Sorry.
This month.
Sorry, I forgot it's our monthly
but
one.
Yeah, it is this week, but it's this month. It's a month in review.
Review.
So yeah, guys, that is everything. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you smash that like button. Hit that bell so you don't miss our content. And we'll see you next time.
See ya!